Get ready, because today we're diving into what to expect from the Steelers in the upcoming draft. Rumors are swirling around potential defensive trades, and could we see a splash with a veteran QB? Also, notice those black seats being installed at Acrisure Stadium. It's all about the future, here we go. At the recent NFL owners meeting, a noteworthy remark from the Steelers owner created the buzz we're all feeling in Steeler Nation. There's a growing expectation that Aaron Rodgers will make a decision about his future before the draft kicks off. This adds an intriguing layer to our quarterback situation, with whispers about a potential move at that position intensifying. My take? Will Aaron Rodgers land in Pittsburgh? It's a question that gets every fan's heart racing. If the Steelers are eyeing a veteran like him, it could drastically reshape our roster and strategy. The talk of potential trades has everyone on edge as we contemplate how these decisions will impact our defensive lineup and overall team dynamics. The clock is ticking and the draft is right around the corner. Keeping an eye on what happens with Rodgers will definitely be crucial for the future of the Steel City squad. Let's talk about some exciting changes happening right at Acrisure Stadium. You might have noticed, but black seats are being installed in the upper deck, breaking away from the traditional endless ocean of yellow seats that fans have come to know since the stadium opened as Heinz Field back in 2001. As pointed out by Chris Adamski from the Pittsburgh Tribune Review, Steelers owner Art Rooney II highlighted this shift, noting, "The sea of gold sometimes gets overwhelming, so we did a little black and gold in there this time around." This new approach is not just about aesthetics, it aims to address the sometimes overpowering visual impact of empty seats, which can be quite glaring, especially when the crowd starts thinning out during a game. The plan for a random pattern should soften that blow, giving a fresher vibe to the venue. My take? The Steelers are redesigning the iconic yellow stadium aesthetic to create a more dynamic atmosphere. It's a small but significant change that reflects the evolution of the franchise while still honoring its history. As the draft approaches, we can't ignore the buzz about potential movements on the defensive front. Reports suggest that a certain team could find an upgrade through trades, potentially eyeing some solid defensive talent. With the way our Steelers' defense has been constructed, we are all aware that bolstering it with fresh legs could be a step in the right direction. Honestly, the idea of another linebacker or safety joining the fold is worth considering, especially given the depth issues we've wrestled with in past seasons. The truth is, beefing up the secondary and linebacker core can change the dynamics of our defense significantly. These positions are crucial. Having more depth can give us the flexibility to rotate players and keep them fresh, especially as we look to return to playoff contention. The talks around potential trades have sparked a lot of interest and speculation. Could we see some of our current defensive players swapped out for this new blood? There's no denying that tight competition in the league makes every move count. Ensuring our defense is more robust could potentially make all the difference as we head into the new season. With everything on the table, it's clear Steeler Nation is watching closely. We can feel the excitement and apprehension building as we consider how these potential trades could reshape our roster. With every tick of the clock getting us closer to the draft, anticipation grows. Every choice made could have a ripple effect, and as fans, we know the stakes. Keeping our defense sharp should always be a priority, and it seems like the powers that be are starting to recognize that need. Let's shift gears a bit and zero in on what's happening around the league. Recently, there was a significant development involving a wide receiver who checked into rehab before some serious allegations came to light. This highlights the ongoing challenges that some players face off the field, even as they prepare for the new season. Meanwhile, the energy shifts over to a team that has been quite strategic in their approach. They didn't break the bank while adding experienced players during free agency, focusing instead on smart acquisitions that complement their roster without overspending. On the other hand, they did secure a tight end who seems to be on the verge of making a real impact. This is a player to keep an eye on, as he could bring essential depth to their offensive scheme. It's a classic case of building wisely rather than splurging, something we've seen success with in the past. At the end of the day, being judicious about drafting and trades might just be the key to staying competitive in this tight league. Let's hope the Steelers take notes as they look to fortify their own roster. As we analyze the impact of recent moves, it's evident that reactions from the fan base and public perception are pivotal. The shift at the front office often triggers a wave of emotions, especially when the community feels strongly about their team's direction. Fans are passionate, and any hint of a quarterback trade or defensive shakeup certainly gets tongues wagging. This buzz can ripple through the locker room as well, creating an atmosphere of competition for positions and camaraderie among players. It's crucial to monitor how these dynamics play out during the offseason. If a veteran quarterback does join, it could elevate the competition level and push current players to up their game as they fight for their spots. Meanwhile, considering how our rivals are shaping up adds another layer to the strategic reading of this offseason. Just take a look at how teams are adapting to changing circumstances. It's all part of the game. The implications for the immediate future, especially in repositioning to strengthen both offense and defense, ultimately affect our standing in the league. Staying ahead of rival strategies while solidifying our own roster should be a priority. The buzz around Pittsburgh isn't just about potential trades, it's also about how the front office is responding to all this speculation. The fans are engaging passionately with what's happening. Any news about Aaron Rodgers has them talking and keeping their eyes glued to the screens. Let's be real, Aaron Rodgers speculation consistently drives massive viewership. That urgency creates a climate ripe for big decisions, and it's only getting hotter as the draft approaches. With such a charged atmosphere, you can't help but wonder how this affects the locker room dynamics. More than just the X's and O's, adding or trading players can create a ripple effect among current roster members. A new figure, especially a quarterback of Rodgers' magnitude, would elevate competition for positions. This could push our guys to raise their game, which is exactly what we want as we battle for playoff contention. The camaraderie among players is important, but so is that fiery competition. It's the Steeler way. Looking around the league, other teams are also making their moves, making the stakes even higher for us. For instance, how the Browns are positioning themselves could shape our draft strategy. They're making calculated decisions, and it's critical for us to stay one step ahead. We need to read these maneuvers carefully because they can provide invaluable insights into the evolving landscape of the AFC North. As we monitor their strategies, every choice we make must be about creating gaps to exploit within our division. With trades on the table and speculation swirling, there's an undeniable excitement that's building. It's that time of year where the future of the franchise hangs in the balance, and for everyone in Steeler Nation, it's about more than just a game. It's about legacy, pride, and the pursuit of another championship. We're ready for the challenges to come, and as we gear up for the draft, we'll see who steps up. Don't forget, there's always more to dive into. And speaking of staying informed, head to the next video where we explore the next steps in this thrilling off-season journey. Here we go, Steelers.